Hi, entrepreneurs. Mr. Ling here, walking you through step three, part two of your journey of building your own business. This is choosing your beachhead market. Let's get to it. So, what is beachhead? Beachhead is actually a term borrowed from warfare, right? So the idea is if I'm trying to take over a nation, I don't want to invade it from all different sides and spread out my army. I'm not going to make much progress and I'm probably not going to win the war, right? I'm invading their territory. Instead, it's better to choose a beach or choose a strategic invasion point, right? Normandy, the Normandy invasion, beach invasion, is a great example of this. In World War II, they called it D-Day. This is when the American troops invaded the beach. It was a strategic beach because now, once they took it over, it was hard fought. But once they took it over, they had an ocean guarding them on one side, they had mountains guarding them on the other sides. They could build up a camp, they could easily defend themselves. And it's from that camp, that base, that they can then expand and win additional territories. So, what's this have to do with business? How's this any, Mr. Ling's just trying to teach us a little bit of history here in the middle? No, this actually does have to do with business because, in the same way, you are no longer searching for a target market like you would with a marketing plan, right? These are the people we're trying to reach with this and convert like this. In entrepreneurship, you're starting an invasion into the market. It's a brand new product. What you should do is get a strategic market, a strategic group of people, a beach, if you will, where that those people not only love your product, but they're going to help you amplify that product and protect you from outside risks and threats so that you can then grow your business beyond that initial beach. The point isn't the initial market, the point is that market will help you win other additional people. So that's what we mean by beachhead, right? Who or what is the beach? What is the market that would not only you can win them over, right? They love your idea, but also they will help you amplify it. So oftentimes it's a little bit of a tighter market than our target market would be. And then it's from there that we grow. And if you look at businesses historically as they grow, right? The initial market that they're serving versus the market they serve 10, 50, 100 years down the line is very, very different. The point is not to stay at the beach, it's to start there and then expand out. And so that changes the way that we talk about this in our pitches as well. So let's get into it. First of all, as you're doing this, avoid analysis paralysis. Oftentimes people jump into this and they just overthink it. Choose a market that you think will work, jump down the rabbit trail a little bit. If it's not working, pivot, right? If it's not the right one, you're like, no, I don't think we'll win this group, then choose another group and proceed, right? Oftentimes, you really don't know who your beachhead is going to be until you find them, right? So it takes a little bit of moving around. Okay, your end goal is to narrow a market down that has three conditions. And a couple of these are already taken care of for you with Claritas, and we'll talk about that in a second. Three main conditions. First, the customers all buy similar products, not just your product, but similar other products. What that does is an indicator that they have similar buying habits and they are likely to communicate to each other about those buying habits. And if I know what other products they buy, then I can look at what those products do successfully to figure out what I should do in order to win their business as well. So they buy similar products. Claritas does that for you. It talks about all the other things that they consume. That's important. Second, they have a similar sales cycle and they expect the products to provide the same value or value in the similar ways. Okay, let's break this down. What is a sales cycle? It's how often they purchase their goods and services. That's really important, right? Are they doing this a little bit, about average, or above average? Again, Claritas provides that for you. What Claritas doesn't really provide for you, and this is kind of the art of the science or versus the science, is why people buy those things, what value it's offering to them. So that little paragraph that Claritas gives you is going to be really important for this. Try to think about why they're going to be buying your product and why they buy other products. Is it because it saves them time? Is it because it provides safety for them? Is it because it provides status? Right? And if it does provide the thing that your good or service provides, then maybe that's the best market for you. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, is they have a word of mouth between the customers and the marketplace. This is why it's a beachhead. It amplifies your message above and beyond, right? If I can win this market, they will tell the world about what I'm doing, and I can expand into other markets from there. So, what's word of mouth? Word of mouth isn't just people talking, but it's also people blogging, like video blogs or vlogs on YouTube, or it could be people that are likely to post Yelp reviews, for example, or some other methodology for them to get the word out about their products or goods that they really, really love, right? So they have, in this word of mouth we talked about before when we showed the Nike video, but this word of mouth is such a huge valuable or huge high value reference, right? If somebody you know tells you that you should get something, you're probably going to do it. And this is the magic of the beachhead market. Yes, they buy things for similar reasons. Yes, they have a certain value that they're looking for. And I try to match my product up with a group that has similar values. But maybe more than all of that is they talk. They talk to not just each other, but they also talk to additional customer bases that are maybe next door. Maybe it's not France, but it's Germany, right? Okay, so here's some tips for selecting and just things to think about as you are choosing. First, geographic location. Are they around, especially if you're going to be a local business? Are they near you? Where are they at? And if they're clustered together, that's going to really help inform you about where you should locate or the type of marketing that you should do, right? So urban versus rural marketing are very, very different. They have similar careers or stage of life. That is taken care of for you by Claritas. Social status also taken care of for you by Claritas. They have a similar level of physical activity. That's not just like working out, but all activity in which they are actively involved or engaged in something is similar. Similar family status. Maybe even more important than those, and all of those are important and provided for you by Claritas, is their affiliations. Affiliations is the opportunity for these people to speak out, have that word of mouth communication. So, are they religious? Do they belong to certain organizations? Are they a part of a government institution? Do they, I don't know, participate in a fishing club? I don't know what it is, but it's those important additional affiliations, things they might be connected with that are beyond just their social life or their status or their jobs. Those are the things they choose because they love them. And if you can tap into that, then you really have a dynamic beachhead market that's going to help you expand it. Just think of like sports fanatics, right? They hang out together, they talk about sports nonstop, not because it's their job, but it's because it's what they love. And if you can tap into a group like that as your beachhead, then they're absolutely going to amplify you. And you'll be able to leverage that into new additional markets. Okay, I just want to take you on a quick tour here. You have this link for you provided in the assignment on Canvas. Under Claritas, we have many, many, many different markets, and I would stay here. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Geographic location, status, stuff like that is really important, but hard to find. And so you can click on these, and it'll give you an outline of that market. If you say, hey, I think this might be my people. Read about them. It takes a while for it to load. So read about them, look at their buying habits. And if you're interested in it, let me know. And then I will provide a more thorough background for you. So, for example, I just randomly clicked on upper mid scale, younger, mostly with kids. They call them the second city startups. And just read it out and, like, oh, okay, these are the things they like. This is what they're about. They follow the NBA and Mexican League Soccer. That's interesting. Income, those types of things. And here are some lifestyle traits. Casinos, that sticks out to me. Like, oh, casino, that's probably something they do because they really, really enjoy it. And people that go to casinos often go with friends. And so that might be a good place for them to spread the word about my good or my service, right? So just things to think about. Again, you can walk through all these different tabs up here. Okay. And then finally, what you do. So here is the actual assignment. Most of this is what I just talked about. All the information is in there, why it's important, some nice little tips for you to go. But really, the end product is a paragraph. This paragraph is simply, here's who our target market is. Here's why we chose them for this product. It's 20 points for that. Now, if you're using Claritas, I would just jump over here. I'd copy and paste this paragraph right here in. Right? Here's who they are. And then I will provide your own reasoning for choosing them as your beachhead market. Why do you think they are the ones that would be ideal for you? Okay, that's it for beachhead market. Step 3, part 2. Hopefully that made some sense. I'll talk to you real soon.